allegories about the universe, especially on the record that I'm working on right now. I love like the elements, you know, like the elements in nature, like fire, earth, wind, water. And actually, that's the reason why I picked my project name as Leo Ether, because ether is the substance through which light travels. For me, music is light, and that's why I picked that sort of little project name, because it has a lot of meaning for me. Music is the light of my life. It has saved my life. It has brought me all the wonderful things that I have in life. So that's why I called it like that.
I love that. That is, I think when you listen to your music and you hear your sound, it's very clear that you kind of connect with a lot of different mediums, not just necessarily like the sound of something. So it's interesting that you say that to you it is a visual element as
Yeah.
well as like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it reads in your sound. So I think that's pretty freaking dope. Okay, come on. I just
Thanks.
had who's I'm Barbara Walters over here. Here we go. Okay, we're going to get to the first song. But before that, I would like to remind people that Leo's Venmo, PayPal, or all the cash apps that you can tip Leo are on. But I forgot to ask Leo this. So this is a boots on the ground, hard hitting journalist question. But do you have a favorite emoji?
Probably there's this one where there's like a little star going around like this,
Oh, the little
like a
like
shirt.
comet one.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, I was gonna say it's got to be something cosmic. It's got to be like
Yeah.
a moon, a star, a planet. It's got to be something. So, okay, I love that. So we always encourage our fans and listeners and Patreon people to tip our artists because y'all work really hard. And let's be honest, podcasts don't pay that much, but we are going to make sure you get a tip tonight because it might be 6 months from now, it might be 21 months from now, but sometime you're going to get a tip with a music first fan fist bump and a comet or a shooting star, whatever it is. I'm not an astronaut. I almost said astrologist. I'm not an astrologist. I'm not an astronaut. So use the music for sand fist bump and the shooting star emoji when you tip Leo. It is in a running ticker little link at the bottom of this, and it will also be in the link in the bios of whatever you listen to this to. So be sure you tip Leo. This is Leo Ether's very first song on Music First Hands, CIMP. I hope y'all enjoy. Please, please, please tip your artist. Enjoy.
All right, guys. This first song is called La Copa, which means like a glass, like when you're drinking. And it's just a little some situational piece about maybe someone who went to a bar and got into trouble. So something like this. Hoy me voy a beber. Hoy no me importa volver, pues no hay remedio a este veneno. Y voy a apostar a perder hasta ganar. Hoy yo vengo a pelear. Hoy no me irá hasta sangrar. Pondré mi vida toda en la línea. Y no me echaré a correr ni he de llorar. Oh, vueltas y vueltas en este planeta y no estás. Y te me vas, no suelta la rienda, un diablo en la senda del fuego, de su verdad, de su verdad. Soy mi instinto animal, un grito que no va a callar, aunque me pierda la vida entera. No me echaré hacia atrás. Oh, vueltas y vueltas en este planeta y no estás. Y te me vas, no suelta la rienda, un diablo en la senda del fuego. De su verdad, y que sea esta copa mi cómplice en esta cantina, hasta encontrar una señal. Y que lluevan y lluevan las lanzas de mil tempestades, aún así continuaré. Vueltas y vueltas en este planeta y no estás, y te me vas. All right.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Thank you so much again, Leo, for joining us on our show. I really appreciate it. I do have a couple of questions from Kim. This is usually the part where Kim tells you about how she got rip roaring stoned sometime this week and stalked you on Instagram and has some questions. So these are, by the way, if you could see the handwriting, Kim, I am calling you out right now. What in living hell is this? What is this? I
No judgment though. I my lyrics books are just like that.
Oh, that's no, to be fair, like I have 17 different handwritings. We've been over it several times on the show. It's very bad. It is clinically a problem. But my Kim's watching. Hi, baby. I'm calling you out on your friggin' handwriting. I love you, but we need to both see the same therapist. Okay, so first questions first. Do you have any venues or events on your music bucket list?
Oh yes, several. Probably the first one. So let's start with the US. Red Rocks. I would love to play at Red Rocks. Just because of the natural beauty and connection with nature, and just like such an awesome, wonderful, really good sounding venue. And then probably the other sort of one that I really want to play is, I'm from a town called Bogota, the capital of Colombia,
Love it.
and they hold the biggest free music festival of this continent of the Americas. It's called Rock al Parque, so Rock in the Park, I guess. and I always like when I was little, I was dreamt of playing there. So that's kind of my second, yeah, my top one that I would like to go play.
I love that. Okay. Hell yeah. Also, yeah, my partner just got back from seeing his favorite band ever at the Red Rocks.
Yeah,
And he had really terrible service the day after the first show because he saw it for 2 days. He wasn't just going to be there for one day. Of course, he had to be there for two. Um, there was a lot of tears, a lot
yeah,
of tears. That is a spiritual place to see music.
yes, yeah, definitely. Highly recommended.
I agree. Like I think like and he also got a full moon show at the Red Rocks, which I think is
Oh wow, yeah, the energy.
yeah, if I was going to see a show at the Red Rocks, I'd want it to be full moon. It's 65-degree weather, perfect, like
Yeah,
just
cr-
oof,
yeah.
the good
Crisp,
shit.
yeah, crisp perfection. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of really great or bands that I like have played there, and also a lot of really good indie musicians that I, have come across have played there, and it's always magnificent in my humble opinion. So yeah,
I agree. I wouldn't say your opinion is very humble. I think it's very educated and informed.
yes.
Speaking of like environmental kind of things, Kim wants to know, do you have a time or a certain environment, like a certain time of the day or a certain environment that you need in order to create, write? Like, are you a kind of person that needs to be there outside to write, or need to be kind of person that experiences something and then gets there? Like, what is your creative process as far as environment goes?
Well, I guess, this is probably any or many musicians might tell you, like, I guess when you start writing, you might think of lyrics. I'm really into lyrics. So, you might think of lyrics. Then I started just messing around with melodies only. But then eventually it just gets into your brain that I like, or it happens to me that now I just like kind of write in my head. And then when I just grab the instrument, I kind of know what to do. But generally I really like very neutral, empty kind of spaces really help me. So like the my current setup, I have like just a room in white, and that really helps me because I guess sometimes my mind gets a little I call it, perhaps it's not, I don't know how inappropriate it is, but mental diarrhea. I get like a lot of ideas in my head, and I feel like a white space or being in nature really helps me. But also being on the road really helps me because I feel like I feed off of that energy of being learning. Because I feel like when you're on the road, you're always learning, you're open, so you kind of feed your spirit with that, and then you are able to create in a more natural way, I feel. So yeah, that would be that for me.
I love that.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. No, I think it's important to be able to I think, sorry, how do I say this properly? There's a lot of pressure for creatives to pump shit out on like a regular basis.
yeah,
And in order to like reciprocate that environment to be able to create is often the pressure, the doubled down pressure of that. It's like, well, okay. But if you can be adaptive in it and be like, okay, I can be creative in this way on the road. I can be creative this way at home. I can be creative this way while, that's important to kind of channel in because you're not just one thing, right? We're not all just one.
yeah, uniform.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a cat.
nope. Someone's getting pulled the fuck over in my neighborhood right now. Well, okay. Welcome to East Riverside, Austin. Don't leave your cars unlocked. I wouldn't recommend it. Not victim blaming, but damn it. Yeah, no, the other day I woke up to a tweaker on my front porch. No shame. I'm sorry. I think everyone should have a safe place to use.
Yeah.
But I accidentally hit him in the head with my door because I didn't know he was there. I had no idea he was there. I just like opened the door, was like thump. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, I'm sorry. Like, and I'm like, Seth? Like, yeah, I'm like, oh no. I knew I recognized the dude. Sorry, Seth. I will never just, fall asleep on the other side and I won't hit you in the head. Kim's last question is how do you unwind slash self-care after a show?
um I am lucky enough to have or be a part of a community of, you know music enthusiasts and art and designers and artists and things like that. So I feel like every time we have a show, we kind of have like breaking bread, having a celebration, sharing some food with, if possible, with people from the audience and everything like that. I feel like that, or at least with the artists that played, I feel like that is sort of like a recognition of like the magic of the moment, and that really helps me sort of, I don't know, it just fills me with extra joy, after
Yeah.
doing what you love, being able to share it in a more sort of, I don't know, breaking bread or having a beer with like whoever was there. I think that's really cool for me. It allows me to share my joy that I just had of playing.
That how wholesome. All right. Damn. Okay. So while we all go cry over how sweet and delicious that beautiful answer was, we are going to hear two more songs from Leo Ether here. If you would like to support Leo, the Venmo is on the running ticker at the bottom of the screen. Just be sure to use the music firsthand fist bump emoji and then the shooting star comment something that
With
is way
stars.
above, yeah, something way above my educational level, that is if you want to get something cosmic, we're going to go something cosmic.
Yeah,
um
yeah.
please show some support down below. And thanks again to the patrons and people tuning in tonight. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them over on Facebook. We will gladly ask them in this next segment, but we are hearing two more songs. Enjoy.
All right, guys. This next one is something I wrote for the new record, which is really, really, really cosmic. It's actually, I'm calling the whole record Cosmic Canticum, which is basically the chant of the cosmos. And this song is about just speed and what it makes me feel and how I reconnect with myself. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's called Peregrinos. I think my guitar was a little down there. There we go. Divagando nocturno, provocando la velocidad, esfumándome en sombras hacia la inmensidad. Con mi mano en el viento, los kilómetros quedan atrás, escapando en el tiempo hacia mi claridad. Voy a dejar fluir toda mi energía y detonar otra revolución. Deja tu equipaje y alza el vuelo hacia otra constelación. Cosmonautas de otro espacio y tiempo, peregrinos somos dos. El crepúsculo cede y descubro una aventura más, cruzando el horizonte hacia mi despertar. Solitario entre líneas, carreteras que vienen y van, pero nunca perdido y sediento por más. Voy a dejar fluir toda mi energía y detonar otra revolución. y mi intuición divisa tu sinfonía. Comienza una nación. Deja tu equipaje alza el vuelo hacia otra constelación. Cosmonautas de otro espacio y tiempo, peregrinos somos dos. Y me lanzo hacia el desierto, sin miedo a mis recuerdos, tormentas en la arena y relámpagos del sur. Deja tu equipaje y alza el vuelo hacia otra constelación. Cosmonautas de otro espacio y tiempo, peregrinos somos dos. Oh. All right, let me drink a little bit of water here. All right. Talking about the cosmos and the connection with the elements, I wanted to sing you this next song, which is something I wrote for South America. And it's basically just an ode to the mountains and in nature, Mother Earth, and also if I can give you like a visual so that you can sort of transport yourself there. It's all about an image of laying your head on the ground and listening to the earth and being able to feel life. So that's what the song is about, and it's called Cierra los ojos, which means close your eyes. Deambulo por calles y calles, te busco entre sombras, no te puedo hallar. Las luces del mundo me cegan, calcinan mi alma, ámbar de metal. Entonces me siento perdido y cerrando los ojos ya comienzo a andar. Transito por viejos pasajes, memoria en el hielo, laberinto mortal. Deambulo por ruinas y valles, el barro y las rocas me han de llevar. Allá, allá, allá donde viven mis sueños y mueren mis miedos, te voy a buscar. Allá, allá, allá donde puse mi oído en la tierra, la vi palpitar. Ay, viento frío del sur, claro del sol. Ay, dame fuerza a mi voz. Ay, grito de libertad. Corta la soga mis manos, la soga mi alma, déjame escapar. Contame los cuentos de niño y entre páginas viejas, cúbreme en tu paz. Contame los cuentos de niño y entre páginas viejas, cúbreme en tu paz. Allá. Deambulo por ruinas y valles, el barro y las rocas me han de llevar. Allá, allá, allá donde viven mis sueños y mueren mis miedos, te voy a buscar. Allá, allá. Allá donde puse mi oído en la tierra, la oí palpitar. Ay, viento frío del sur. Ay, canto claro del sol. Ay, dale fuerza a mi voz. Ay, grito de libertad. Corta la soga mis manos, la soga mi alma, déjame escapar. Contame los cuentos de niño y entre páginas viejas, cúbreme en tu paz. Contame los cuentos de niño y entre páginas viejas, cúbreme en tu paz. Allá. Deambulo por ruinas y valles, el barro y las rocas me han de llevar. Allá, allá, allá donde viven mis sueños y mueren mis miedos, te voy a buscar. Allá, allá. Allá donde puse mi oído en la tierra, la oí palpitar. All right.
Yay. I was about to say, all right. I'm like, no, that's just redundant. All right. Just you can't just double all right the man while he's in the middle of something. All right. Uh, thank you again, Leo, so much for being a part of our show. We'd like to remind everyone that Leo's Venmo is conveniently located at the bottom of the screen. And if you use the music first hand fist bump and the comet / shooting star emoji, That's so Leo can file that for taxes, for tax purposes only. We make sure so you can track all of your tips. You know how that
Thank you. Thank
works. And like once again, we'd like to shout out to Kim, even though she's on here. Thank you for your questions tonight, sweetheart. I hope you're feeling better.
you. Yeah.
She says she sounds like a combination. What did she say, Chris, in the text? It was like a combination of Macy Gray and oh God, what was it? Hold up. No, I got it right here. Macy Gray doing a Roz from Monsters Inc. impression.
Wow.
So
It's fairly specific.
I know. I was like, I find that kind of cute. I don't know. I found that. Um, but since okay, I do have some questions because it is technically the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the holidays just means food to me. So I
Yeah.
do have two questions before I actually ask you your long, like your this is the before the game.
The
Chris was
game.
like, ugh, God, no, please. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Um, I do have a question. Okay. Leo, if you were a Thanksgiving side dish, what would you be?
Um, I don't know. Do desserts count?
Oh yeah.
Uh, apple pie. Yes,
And why?
because I like apple pie. No,
Because
no,
you
and
like yourself.
on
Yes.
on my defense is probably because I grew up in Colombia, and it wasn't until like I was like 14 or 15 when I graduated high school. I never knew about like the food from here, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
So when I discovered things like peanut butter and apple pie, I was like, what is this great stuff? And so I don't know. I think I just think apple pie. That's the only thing I can think of.
I think no, I think it makes sense because you're obviously charming. I think
Oh, thanks.
you're somebody that most everyone who meets you would be like, "Oh yeah, love the guy." That makes
Thank you.
sense.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Everyone loves apple pie. There's like one douchebag in every group of people that's like, "Oh man, you know what's really good? Freaking buttermilk pie. Shut up. Calm down. No one cares." Okay, so that'd be my following question before we get into this game. What is the weirdest thing that you've observed about the American tradition that is Thanksgiving? There's so many.
Yeah. Weird. Um, I think, well, stuffing seems a little bit intense for me, but also like gravy, I don't really know what it is. That's just my ignorance, I guess. But also probably growing up, for me, like pumpkins were more like a vegetable, so you'll eat them like
Yeah.
with potatoes and like peas and like meat. So when I came here and like people were making pumpkin pies, I'm like, why are you doing vegetable pie? I don't know. It's just kind of like broke my
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah. I mean, like, as a person who believes that sweet potato pie makes sense and pumpkin pie is the bastard brother of it, I do not know why. I think maybe it's because no way pumpkins are cheaper. I feel like pumpkins have to be more expensive. Also, that they made like a whole pumpkin pie spice. No, they have to make they have to make
That's
an
still
entire.
yeah, the
Mm-mm,
pumpkin spice is not a thing for me.
no,
It's just
like
cinnamon, I guess. I don't know.
I'm white, but I'm not. I'm not that white. That is not a level of white lady that I ever aspire to be. Okay, so here's my actual game because I'm stealing it from Spotify because one, I think you would have an excellent lineup for this, but two, also because I'm being lazy and stealing it from Spotify. But like, I don't know if you've seen, I'm sure you have plenty of musician friends. You literally study at Berkeley. Of course you have musician
Yeah.
friends.
Yes.
But I know you've seen the trend where people are getting on their Spotify premium and finding it. It's basically your top artist of 2022, but they put them in a lineup as if it's your own music festival. So please tell us who would be in your top artist for your Leo Fest.
All right. Well, I guess in the hip hop side, the first thing that comes to mind is Kendrick Lamar. I think
Mm-hmm.
he's an excellent artist, transcending genres. Also, I probably mostly mention artists that most maybe people don't know in the US, but well, and from the US also, I would think like Incubus is a band that I really like, so I would put them there. Um, recently saw King Crimson. For those who are into prog metal, I really like them. And
Wait,
because
Dan, prog rock? What? King what? King what?
King Crimson.
King Crimson? He
Yeah.
just went like this. You
Yes.
okay, cool. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I just got there. I just went to Atlanta, and I went to Criminal Records and got their Red album. That's my favorite song of King Crimson. But I digress. Um, Also, probably from South America, there's a band called Zoe. I guess in English will be Zoe, but it's Zoe, Zoe. They're a wonderful band. What else can I think of? How many artists is it? I have
Oh
four.
no, just like stack whatever, however you can think. Like we're here all day. We got another 10 minutes. You're good.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's see, man. Am I hearing proposal? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Well, there's one of my favorite bands of all time. They kind of got back together in their touring. It's a band from Mexico called Caifanes. So an incredible band. They're kind of a little bit not as old as the Rolling Stones, but they're older. But they're touring again, and they're an incredible band. I really like them. So probably them. There's a Spanish singer called Enrique Bumburi. I will also put him in there. Uh, Man, and then there's a reggae band from South America called Rawayana. I think they will be great, as well as um, Cultura Profética from Puerto Rico. They're an awesome band as well. Wow. What else? I'm probably forgetting so many ones. I really like. There's
Are
wow.
there any bands from like your childhood that you would just like sneak in there just for fun?
From my childhood. Caifanes was one of them.
Well, yeah, that's a good one. But
I did get a chance to see before he passed away. Soda Stereo. There's a band that was pretty big, Argentinian band that was pretty big in South
oh
America.
God, I'm not kidding. If I should have thought about this. I should have. Mark is literally on the other side of the wall, Chris. Can I just go get him? He knows all of these bands. Hold for not even 2 seconds. Actually, no, you just keep listing your favorite
Yes.
bands. I'm gonna go get this idiot because he's gonna know half of these. Hold on.
Um. Yeah. So what else? I don't know. Radiohead, of course. I guess I'll put him in there. Incubus. I mean, the Arctic Monkeys rock out pretty good. Uh, Anything that Jack White does is good for me. I really like that weather. Let's see. Well, I mean, I had the one I haven't had a chance to see is Pearl Jam. I don't know. Oh man, I wish I could see them. I don't know if like I missed the wave or something, but I love that they're always playing. I've been lazy and doing my own things and haven't.
Yeah, Mark was literally watching a music documentary about what were you watching a documentary about? Ike White was supposed to be like the next Ike White?
Egg white. Oh wow.
Mark's a big music nerd. Okay, so what was the Argentinian band you mentioned? I'm so sorry, Leo.
Soda Stereo.
Oh
They're
my
from.
god. Fucking Cerati? Oh,
Yes. All right. Yes.
God damn it. Mark is literally in a bathrobe.
I was naked in bed watching a documentary on a musician that was found in prison, and they recorded a whole album in a van in
Oh, wow.
1971, one of those wild ones.
Oh wow.
But you'll appreciate the story as a whole. I have this, so I work at a bar.
Uh-huh.
And one of my regulars does military contracting work, and he's a medic.
Uh-huh.
So he was going to go to Patagonia in Argentina,
Oh wow.
right? And I go, wait, you're going to Argentina? And he's just like, yeah. And I go, can you do me a huge favor? He's like, what do you need? And I'm like, I need you to find me this album. And I wrote down Fito Paez,
Oh yeah.
one of his first albums.
Uh-huh.
Highly recommend Fito. Anybody
Oh
who's
yeah,
listening,
Fito Paz. Yeah, yeah.
And he got me an original pressing of Fito Paez for free.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not fair. Not fair.
It's not fair at all. Which is funny because right before I watched this documentary, I was watching Charlie Garcia.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had a chance to see him a few years back. Obviously he doesn't sing how he used to, but like he's an
Not one
incredible,
bit.
it's an incredible pianist though. He's an incredible arranger.
I
So
mean, what he had his masters of music at 12. Like the guy was a
yeah,
freak.
yeah,
The
yeah.
guy was a complete freak.
He's a monster. Yeah, yeah,
Which she told me that you're from Colombia,
yeah. I'm from Bogota.
right? Hey. I told her, I was like, man, I wish you would have told me this before you went into this podcast because um it's always funny to me that the one fact that most people don't know is that Juanes used to have a thrash metal band.
Yeah, yeah.
But see,
Equimosis. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, I'll take my break and
Yeah, he'll
Thank you,
probably be
thank you
back
for
for the
dropping in.
Patreon exclusive. That's everyone for the new podcast listeners. That's my boyfriend Mark, the
That's
father
what.
of my cat. That was it. Actually, the first time he was ever on screen, really.
Oh man, that's awesome. Thank you for dropping in. That was awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, and I mean Fito Paz is also amazing. I think he just got like 3 Latin Grammys just now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's continually winning awards. Chris, you would, if you are not familiar, you would really love like the concert footage of his shit alone is just
Yeah,
the
mind blowing.
man's a genius.
Yeah, he's great.
So good.
And he's a disciple of Charlie Garcia that we were mentioning him. Like he's sort of like following his footsteps. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like everyone in the house, there's a difference. Like we're either talking about Charlie or Charlie. There's a difference.
Okay. Charlie.
Charlie. No, I think it's I knew when I saw all your influences online and I was like, oh no, like this kid fucks with South American rock scene. I was like, we're
For
down. And I
sure.
was like, Mark, you're just gonna have to come on and guest because it was too good. And then when Kim said she couldn't be here, I'm like, great. And then of course I reminded him he was in a bathrobe. So we're gonna be, yeah, well, don't worry, we'll come back for the Patreon exclusive. It'll be fine. But we have one more song for
Yeah.
y'all. And then we're gonna cut the live stream and then basically do 2 more questions and one more song for the Patreon exclusive. If you want to see that, you're going to have to either follow Leo or you're going to have to go to CIMP.LIVE to get that exclusive content. But before we do the closing video or closing song with you, just remind everybody where they can follow you, support you. What are your websites, your socials, yada yada. Let people know.
Well, I actually the easiest way is if you see my PayPal, you see Leo Aether. I'm super consistent all throughout the virtual realm of platforms. It's all the same: YouTube, Leo Aether, Instagram, Leo Aether, Twitter, everything like that. So it's pretty simple to find me. Yeah, and hit me up, chat. And I also really want to thank you guys for having me here. It's super fun. I'm really enjoying myself. So thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of our show. It's been an absolute blessing to have you on here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, y'all. This is the last song on this live stream / episode of Comedians Interviewing Musicians. But if you want to see any more, you got to go to CIMP.LIVE and you got to bully Leo in the comments to make sure that he comes back on the show. That's the rules. So enjoy this last song and please send some monetary thank yous down below on the ticker. You know where to go. You know what to do. Fist bump, Cosmos. You got this. Enjoy.
All right, guys. So I wanted to sing a song that has opened a lot of doors for me when I went into my first self-finance tour through Puerto Rico and Colombia. I had this song called Lobo, which means wolf, and it has really been good for me, and a lot of people really enjoy the song, so I hope you guys like it. The song is called Lobo. lobo se arriesga a vivir, sobrevive el invierno y el frío implacable del fin. Así fue que quise seguir merodeando caminos, siguiendo la luna de abril. Un rocío te trajo hacia mí y ahora las tempestades te quieren alejar de aquí. Mas hoy no te puedo mentir, mis viejas cicatrices no pueden echar el sufrir que se esconde un sol. Tan solo una lágrima se ahoga en la lluvia y se escucha un latido en la oscuridad, pidiendo un día más y otra hora esta historia que quiere volar, otro respiro más para un lobo herido que quiere encontrar un rumbo a ti, un rumbo hacia ti, un rumbo a ti, un rumbo a ti. Un lobo se niega a caer, andariega su alma apuesta y se niega a perder, y así se desató mi ser y tuve la osadía de apostar por una mujer que es mi libertad, la tormenta, la ráfaga de mi verdad, mi luna, y se escucha un latido en la oscuridad, piden un día más y otra hora esta historia que quiere volar, otro respiro más para un lobo herido que quiere encontrar un rumbo a ti, un rumbo hacia ti, un rumbo a ti, un rumbo a ti. Y ahora que se esconde el sol verás, tan solo una lágrima se ahoga en la lluvia y se escucha un latido en la oscuridad. Y ahora que se esconde el sol verás, tan solo una lágrima se ahoga en la lluvia y se escucha un latido en la oscuridad, pidiendo un día más y otra hora esta historia que quiere volar, otro respiro más para un lobo herido que quiere encontrar un rumbo a ti, un rumbo hacia ti, un rumbo a ti, un rumbo a ti. Thank you guys for listening. The best energy for all of you.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you so much, Leo, for being on our show.
Thank you.
Honestly, I can't wait to film this exclusive bit with y'all, but it is time to say goodbye to our live streamers and our podcasters. Thanks again to all of you for joining us, and we hope to see you on CIMP.LIVE for more exclusive content. If you want to see this post interview, it's gonna get crazy. Probably not, but you know how it is. We have a good time regardless. So we're gonna wave goodbye to our live streamers, but we love y'all, and we'll see you next time on episode 219. Thank you again, Leo.
Thank you all. Thank you for